Laura here is an award-winning journalist. He's doing a piece for us on the Foundation.
Everyone's accounted for.
These people run the world. Don't piss them off.
Why would you be targeted?
To kill me, to silence me.
Hey guys, it's Amaka
and Camelia,
and we are back again for another episode of Let's Talk with Amaka and Camelia. In case you're a little confused,
did you forget?
So today we have a great guest, David Ajala, British Nigerian actor, been in a couple of shows and movies, and also here to tell us about his upcoming thriller on Netflix called The Woman in Cabin 10.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's actually a pretty cool show.
Yeah.
Thriller. It was a little nail biting, and so we'll definitely get to know more about him. Start a little bit of history, bring it to the present, and what's going on into the future. You know, so definitely looking forward to talking to him. He's really cool, has a very great attitude and energy on in front of the camera, and in a lot of interviews he's done. So be sure to check us out after the conversation, and we'll give you our final thoughts. Talk to you soon.
Joining us today is David Ajala, the British-Nigerian actor known for his powerful and versatile performances across stage, film, and television. From roles in Star Trek Discovery, Supergirl, to appearances in The Dark Knight and Fast and Furious 6, David brings depth, charisma, and energy to every character. He's sharing his journey, his craft, his new movie on Netflix, and more. Enjoy the show.
Oh, how are you?
I'm keeping well. It was a nice, busy, full day, but I knew like I'll be rounding up y'all are obviously kind of like starting your day. I'm kind of towards the end of my day, but I thought this is going to be a very nice way to conclude my day. So,
awesome!
Looking forward to connecting with both.
Oh, sorry. Where are you right now?
London, England.
Oh,
Yeah.
Which,
that's
sorry, I interjected.
No, that's okay. What did you say?
Where are you guys? Are you in LA?
Pasadena.
Oh, Pasadena.
Somewhere in the boondocks, but still part of.
Okay, for sure.
But still part of LA. Yeah. So
why not?
Taking time.
No, pleasure.
Thank you. So,
Absolutely.
especially such a busy actor, making time for us, we appreciate it. So,
yeah, but I hear. But you know, if I may be so bold to say, I think everyone's busy, and I try not to use the word like busy too often because my busyness isn't more busier than yours and vice versa. You know, and I just think if it means enough, you'll always make the effort to try and prioritize.
Oh, so, yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Already, wise man. Love him already. Okay, so thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us. I don't know if you know, you're already my Nigerian brother. I know
that's what's up.
Yeah, so I'm Igbo, so I'm from the eastern part.
Of course, yes.
Your parents are Yoruba, so you're from the western part. So still, welcome, my brother, to the show.
Thank you, sister. Appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Long live Nigeria.
Amen.
Sure.
Amen.
Amen.
And so just wanting to let's get started in terms of a little bit of history. Let's take it back just a little bit. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into the world of acting, because you know Nigerian parents now. You tell them you're act, they're like, on whose money? With whose money?
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So how did you get into that?
It's funny because you know every time I haven't answered this question in a long time, but when I think about it, I think I got into acting just purely because I enjoyed entertaining people in my classroom. I wouldn't go as far as to say I was the class clown, but
that went through my head. He was the class clown.
Yeah, because I ain't taking that label. I reject it.
Okay.
But like I think I just enjoyed entertaining people, and from that, I think there was just a natural kind of curiosity with understanding storytelling, with understanding people. So I did improvisation classes, and for me, like honestly, that was like my first introduction to seeing very super talented people almost like perform magic with improvising. The idea that you could give them one word each, and then they can use that word to create a whole story right in front of my eyes just felt like magic. And I think that's what made me feel like I want to be part of this. And it's not that I thought I was good or bad. It was kind of inconsequential. I just thought this touches something in me and I want to be part of it.
I love
And
that.
having the support of my Nigerian parents was wonderful. I really
Was that
felt
extremely
one.
important to you? Was it extremely important to you that you got their
Yeah,
support? Okay.
yeah, definitely. Because I don't know, there's just something really important about having the support of loved ones and your parents. You know, just to kind of, I don't know, just to give you the encouragement that you need to kind of entertain the idea that you're going to pursue this wonderful world of entertainment and storytelling. So having their support, I genuinely felt like I had already won.
Oh,
I
wow,
love
that's
that.
beautiful.
I love that. It feels so like organic and not like coming from a place of competition, but just something that unfolded for you. Was there any point
Yeah,
in your
yeah.
career that was like a big break, or any project you think that really helped launch your career with for you?
In the weirdest way, so let me think, 2008, I worked on The Dark Knight with Heath Ledger and Christopher Nolan. And it was such an informative experience for me because it was the first time coming to know of Heath Ledger. I hadn't seen any of his work before. And I remember my first interaction with him was him introducing himself to me. Like, such a classy, chilled, really cool, kind guy. And the thing that struck me about Heath was when we were rehearsing this scene, he had this like notebook. And whenever we would work through some stuff and Christopher Nolan would give him bits of advice and direction, like a student, he would go in the corner with his pen, write down the notes, read over them, put the book down, and then be ready to collaborate again. He was such a wonderful collaborator. And then cut to like being on set and working with him, like he completely stayed in character. But he had everyone's respect and support while he stayed in character. Very, very special actor.
Yeah.
After every take, I kid you not, after every take, it was just quiet on set because we would watch what he was doing, and it almost felt like sacrilegious to try and have any kind of small talk because it was so very special.
Wow.
Incredible actor. And for me, when we're talking about things that became like a breakthrough, in a weird way, that became my breakthrough because Heath Ledger set the standard for me that you can be a consummate professional, kind, super talented, and still be successful.
What a
That's great. Yeah,
what a
that's
tremendous spirit to have lost in the industry, and so amazing that you got to witness that. And that's
Yeah,
a high bar to set for yourself.
yeah, exactly. I'm
it
like,
is.
really, dude?
It
Like,
is. No, I know. And it's a weird kind. I won't say weird. It's an interesting way to answer your question in terms of referring to my quote unquote breakthrough. My breakthrough
was
came
internal.
about through being in an environment where I was inspired beyond anything I could ever fathom. That became my breakthrough.
Love that. Love that.
and having experienced him, were there things that you took from him that you use currently consistently when you're on set?
Yeah. And I think I'm so in tune with doing, I don't even think about it. But I think that sense of play. And even though, Heath he was very immersed in his character. And that character was sadistic and was twisted, and one could say evil, but someone else could say he just challenged the norms of society. But he went to some very kind of slightly dark places. But the main thing that he always kept accessible was playfulness. And that was something that I'm always going to make sure I harness. Just that sense of play is key.
Yeah. I love that the playfulness is the thing that keeps you grounded, even if you go to an extremely dark place. Can you share a little bit more about like your process? How do you get into character? Like, how do you find the core of the person that you're creating?
So one of the things that I like to do is so you see, for example, a script could come my way, and then that first reading of the script is so special because once I've read it, that first initial reaction that I have to this material, I will never get that moment again. So before I read the script, I like to listen to a bit of music that I've never heard before. And what it does for me personally is it rewires my synapses in my brain to just keep my creative pores very open. And the reason why I do that is because I want to be so sensitive and aware with everything that I'm reading and don't presume or assume, oh, I'm familiar with that kind of character. Oh, do it like that. I don't want to have that. I want to keep it as pure as possible. So once I've had that experience, then I can kind of quite organically get into the work. And the main thing for me is just finding the energy of the character. That's what it is. The words come, the words are kind of inconsequential. Words are only like maybe 30% of how we communicate in life. You know, like how, so I'm going to share this and I'll put you on a little. In the Nigerian culture, but there's a lot that we can communicate without any words. So say, for example, we were having a conversation and I could tell that in your storytelling of something that happened in your life, I can tell that you're exaggerating it. Yeah. While you're telling that story, I might be like, oh, right, oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
The lip point.
The lip point. And I've come to also understand the lip point isn't just exclusive to Nigerian culture.
Yeah, no, Nigerians, I knew what he was talking about.
I thought that was a Filipino thing because we always speak our lips.
And Vietnamese as well.
We go over
which
there.
I came to know recently. Yeah, exactly. It's
yeah.
You know?
We do it. When he said that, I was like,
oh, that's so good.
Yep, I know that look.
There was a friend of mine, she's from Vietnam, and it was her mum that did it. And I remember being in her presence and her doing it and thinking, it just threw me. It's like it broke the fourth wall because I've only seen that amongst like West Africans. But when I saw her do it, just like, but again, we communicate in different ways.
Yeah.
So the words are just the words, but finding the energy of the character and then just building from there, I kind of do. But I don't succumb to any one way of doing it. It's whatever works.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning into this episode of Let's Talk, the AfroStyle Podcast with Amaka and Camelia. If you're enjoying the conversation, be sure to subscribe to our podcast on Spotify and YouTube for new episodes and exclusive content. Stay updated on the latest news, insights, and behind-the-scenes peeks by following us on social media or emailing us at info@afrostylemag.com. We're always on the lookout for inspiring guests, fresh perspectives, and exciting collaborations. Reach out and let's connect. We'd love to hear from you. Now back to the show.
You've pretty much done quite a few superhero type and mutant type roles, from Star Trek to Supergirl. How do you? Those ones are pretty much has to do with working with a lot of your body, a lot of How do you get ready for that? Because that to me, I will be tired by the end of the day. Like, I don't know, that's a workout in itself. So how do you get into that, and how is that different, getting to that character compared to a more dramatic character? What's the difference, and how do you prepare for that?
That's a solid question. How I would answer that is I was talking about the sense of play and how important that is. When you're working on something like Star Trek, there is a lot of green screen. There is a lot of set, and they do give you plenty of things to help and aid your performance, but there is a lot of green screen. And I could be on my ship, and then I need to be looking out through the window of my ship, seeing something careering towards me and then something exploding, and your imagination has to be as vast, as open, as supple, and as free as possible. The more free and open it is, the easier it is for you to imagine that thing is coming towards you. So that preparation, I guess, is different to something that might just be more straight down the line and dramatic, less green screen. It's just a different kind of preparation. But playfulness always remains. But I feel that working with green screens and imagine that you can see something exploding or this thing crashing towards you or this alien, I think it requires more imaginative skill. Because the audience will believe it if you believe it.
Okay.
So you have to absolutely commit to seeing that alien. Oh, and whatever. You have to commit to it, and you can't feel embarrassed or second guess yourself.
Do you ever feel like all the noise of a set, all the cameras, all the people, all, like the pressure of being on set can threaten your sense of play or take you out of your sense of play? Or is it just, you just have like a skill of being able to mute that out and be able to stay in a place of play?
Y'all are bringing the solid questions.
That's what we do.
No,
That's what we do.
No, legit. You see, that's such an important question and such an important thing to bear in mind, because I'll set the scene. We have, let's say I'm working on Star Trek. It's the end of the day, and we've been chasing our tail throughout the day because there's so much to do. And we've now got 20 minutes to do this scene, which ordinarily would take at least 40 minutes. And I carry the weight of responsibility of the storytelling in this scene. It's a really, really important moment. And there's so much going on. Everyone is rushing to get stuff done. Especially on the set of Star Trek Discovery, I can't express how passionate and wonderful it was to work with so many individuals who just wanted to do the best job possible because they were fans of the show and fans of the franchise. Like being in amongst that energy was incredible, but still we were rushing and we had to get the scene done. And I had to really, really lock in, and there's so much going on. The skill of relaxation it takes to make that happen is almost like a superpower, because it's not, in moments like that, I don't think it's about effort. I think it's about your level of relaxation.
Wow.
Be able to just push through in the midst of this storm and still deliver performance without being affected by what's going on. I feel that takes deep relaxation.
That's so cool. What a great
That's
I love that.
You know what? As I'm listening to you, I'm like, at some point, you probably may want to consider being a teacher, a dramatic, like a acting coach, because
Legit.
I literally see you standing on set with your students and just say, "Be the crown, wear the crown,"
Wow.
and just like,
Don't gas me. Don't gas me.
I'm telling you, because as I'm listening,
don't gas me.
no, I'm telling you, as I'm listening to you, I'm just like, you are literally just the way you're talking, and just you talking and explaining it right now makes me literally go into you, like getting into that feeling that you're trying to explain. So you have such a, maybe it's a gift of gab too, but you are doing a great job.
So I have
pleasure. Thank you.
No problem.
I have a question, and I totally agree with you 100 on that. Okay, so you were coming from a place where a lot of your roles were sci-fi, action, and then your latest film, which I'd love to even pick more, know more about, is more towards a dramatic area. Are you feeling your roles are shifting to a different type of role, or are you still kind of like, hey, whatever the universe throws at me? Like, are you trying to shift the type of characters you want to play?
Yeah, I think it's a bit of both, because I do definitely want to pay attention to universe, God, blessings, whatever is kind of being sent or orchestrated my direction. I don't want to I won't say like miss a blessing, but I wouldn't want to miss a blessing by having limited foresight. And the reason why I say that is because sometimes something will come your way, and on paper, you may be like, oh, this is cool, don't get me wrong, but I was expecting something like this. But I feel sometimes embracing the thing here will get you to beyond the thing that's something like this. And I never want to feel like I know exactly what I want to do. I want to just keep as open as possible and enjoy the process. But I am also aware that I'm the guy that's gone from being in like a Supergirl to like Star Trek to doing this show on the BBC, to doing this murder mystery, to now doing this film with Keira Knightley and Guy Pearce. For me personally, I'm a storyteller, and I refuse to be pigeonholed by anyone. I'm Nigerian. We hustle.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Ain't no one pigeonholing me. Ain't no one pigeonholing me, And I've been, not just myself, my team, I've been very, very intentional about that. Like this role, with for the woman in cabin 10, this film role, like how it came about was such a wonderful, wonderful blessing. Like they were trying to find an actor for this role. They went to the drawing board. When I say they, I'm talking about the producers and the director. They were just trying to figure out finding the right actor for this role. And then the director, Simon Stone, randomly saw one of my episodes. I think it was my first episode of Star Trek. And he was like, that's my guy.
Oh,
I love that.
That's my guy. And then he went to Netflix and like kind of did a pitch of some sort, like a soft sell. I don't think it was a hard sell, but he was definitely like one of my, he definitely championed me in the process. I wasn't aware of any of this happening behind the scenes.
Oh, wow.
No idea. I had no idea whatsoever. Cut to, my agents rang me and told me there's this role, they're interested in seeing you for it, and I had to do an audition tape. So I filmed my audition tape and sent it through. And then within 10 days, they confirmed it. There was a lot of back and forth with like LA and Netflix. They were like, yeah, this is our guy. And then I remember being on set, working on this film and just being surrounded by an incredible ensemble of actors. And my greatest blessing in this process was feeling that I more than deserve to be here because I have so much to offer in this space. I'm not above anyone. I'm not below anyone. And as I will learn from y'all gonna learn from me too.
Oh, right. Right.
And I walked with that energy every day. And I had to, because I knew what I was bringing to this film. I knew how important it was to make sure I really showed up, especially knowing that the bulk of my story in this film happens towards the end of the shoot.
Yeah.
And I thought, I'm going to make sure I'm going to inject something into this film that inspires everyone.
Beautiful.
Love that.
And honestly, and actually, so let's talk about your character. Your character was, he was a little annoying, I have to say, because he wasn't really, me looking for him, I was like, what is wrong with this guy?
Yeah.
She's telling you that there's something going on this ship, and homeboy is really kind of doubting her. But then at the end, you come in to try, because you realize like, yeah, there is something going on. And I was like, I'm sorry. Oh, damn, I should have said that, shouldn't I? Oh my God.
So we can kind of edit around that, I'm sure.
Okay, yeah, we'll edit that out. Oh my gosh. Oh, snap.
Because
that's what happens when you get so into it. I was so into it, I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. No, it's all good. Because here's the thing. See that moment there? No one is expecting that. And that's a very big, important moment to happen. And it's just the sacrifice that he makes for her, thinking, I love this woman. And I'm good. This is my gift for her. And this is what I have to do.
So kind of explain your character, though, because he comes in kind of like glassy eye because, this is like a big, soiree thing going on. Tell us a little bit about the character and how did you have to refer to certain characters of other, actors to kind of get into the role and the mindset that you were playing?
Yeah, I guess for myself, the main thing was just to understand, first, this guy is a photographer and he's on board of this fancy yacht because he's an individual that is trustworthy, has good energy, and is very comfortable and at ease around very important or very, very wealthy people. And I feel that his work comes about all through recommendation. However, I think he's also not naive enough to understand that some of the jobs that he does and some of the people that he encounters and works with may have some very, very shady-ish going on. But as far as he's concerned, if I don't see it, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
As long as I'm getting paid.
Yeah.
At the start of the film, and I think it's quite subtle, I don't think he has the healthiest moral compass. But that moral compass absolutely gets challenged throughout the film by Keira Knightley's character.
How was it working with Keira Knightley?
You know, it's funny because I haven't seen much of Keira's films. Like, I it may be bad. I don't watch a lot of TV or film.
What?
I know it's terrible.
Making it.
Yeah, you know, I just don't watch a lot of TV and film.
Oh wow. Okay.
I love reality TV.
Okay, that is so cool because
I love Love and Hip Hop was something I was loving.
Loving hip hop.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my
Gordon
God.
Ramsay, Kitchen Nightmares. Yeah. All of that. Sorry, going back to Keira. So Keira was wonderful to work with. What I really appreciated and respected about her is her dedication to the work, her professionalism, her openness, her willing to play. Whenever it came to doing scenes, because I came, of course, from an improvisation background, and the director encouraged improvisation a lot. So anything or idea I would have, and I would throw at Keira. I think we just had a very good level of trust for each other, whereby we felt safe to play scenes and to throw stuff at each other, knowing that we'll be able to carefully receive the gift and then give the gifts back or whatever. And I love that she's got good banter because it helps. Because sometimes it can get quite heavy, and Keira just has a very healthy balance of being fun and chilled, very genuine, and then getting down to the work. And that's kind of similar to myself, so it was a treat working with her.
What would you want people to come away with watching this movie?
I tell you what I want them to pay attention to, and that is the sense of paranoia and how it can kind of become more and more exacerbated because of people's doubts in your reality and your truths. And I think Keira Knightley's character is the embodiment of that, of an individual who has seen something, feels it in her gut that something is not quite right, but yet no one is able to see things the way she sees them. And the closest person who may be able to be an ally for her is her ex, Ben. And I think there's a deep frustration and an isolation for her, knowing that even Ben isn't with her or on the same page as her. I think that paranoia is, for a character to experience it's very traumatic and challenging, but for the audience watching it, it's juicy. We love the drama.
Thanks for tuning into this episode of Let's Talk, the AfroStyle Podcast with Amaka and Camelia. If you're enjoying the conversation, be sure to subscribe to our podcast on Spotify and YouTube for new episodes and exclusive content. Stay updated on the latest news, insights, and behind-the-scenes peeks by following us on social media or emailing us at info@afrostylemag.com. We're always on the lookout for inspiring guests, fresh perspectives, and exciting collaborations. Reach out and let's connect. We'd love to hear from you. Now back to the show.
Wow.
It resonates a lot with modern times, feelings of paranoia, isolation, having beliefs, and watching the person right next to you have a different belief. Like that's very
Well
resonant.
said.
Yeah.
Very universal as well, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. And then also,
go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say that, like, even like when it comes to an individual's sanity, like what is real and what isn't real, because you know what you've seen, but yet if you're in an environment where 10 other people are saying you're wrong,
you're wrong, you didn't see what you saw or something like that.
Yeah, that's such a hard human thing to experience, that sense of gaslighting or where your gut is so strong. And then you're like, it's either I'm wrong or they're all wrong, and
that can definitely lead to me questioning my own sanity, which was kind of what you're questioning. Pretty much, maybe I'm not what I thought I am, or and that can have you go through down a rabbit hole. But
absolutely.
So definitely, you guys definitely brought it to the screen for sure. Because
And
I
then
was like going crazy looking at this, watching them like, what the hell is wrong?
yeah. And
Yeah.
also to add to this, the idea of being on a yacht that doesn't have a fixed point and is always in motion, that adds to it as well, because you don't have like you see, for example, if you're going through something or you're feeling dizzy
Yeah.
and you need to steady yourself, the simplest thing to do would be to sit down or to lie on the floor. That becomes your anchor. But when you're on a yacht which has no fixed point and is constantly in motion, I can imagine psychologically that would almost intensify everything that you're experiencing if you are feeling paranoid and isolated. So I don't think it was I think it was very intentional story on a yacht where you're in the middle of nowhere and you can't just escape. I think it just heightens everything that's happening internally in the yacht and then within our characters. But I had a little question just on and off the record.
Yeah.
How did you feel when you saw the sacrifice that my character made for Keira Knightley's character?
The first thing that came to mind was the love that he had for her. I think it was this maybe a redemption thing. That's what the only thing that went through my mind as I was watching
Yeah.
it. Because I think it was that feeling of, I regret not believing you, and now it has come to this. So
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
I picked up from there. I was
Great.
still pissed, but
Yeah. Yeah.
But-
And the thing is, it's like that moment had to be impactful like that. It had to come at a cost.
yeah,
The concept of love can come at a cost.
at a cost, yeah.
And like for him to have survived it, the story would still be told, but the value of his sacrifice goes up exponentially. Good. I'm
You
happy
did
you
a good
triggered
job.
something. No, thank you. I'm
You did a
happy.
good job.
And also as well, with this individual, like it's funny when you're describing him as being a bit annoying, because it's true. And I'm not saying it in a judging way, but I can understand and see what you're saying. Because with this character, there's a cockiness to him.
Yes, yes.
And
yes.
I think that cockiness just comes from being very comfortable in his surroundings, being able to be himself, get paid, and be liked. I think that just allows him to operate and to maneuver in a certain way. You know, he's always invited to the parties. And he gets a bit of humble pie. And I love when the character experiences a bit of fear for the first time. And he warns Keira Knightley's character to say, you see what's happening there with those people? Don't push it. Let them be. Don't try and do your journalism thing and start to unpack truths. Don't wake the sleeping dragon.
But you know, as a journalist, that wasn't going to happen. So you know, I think I was like, you're talking to a brick wall, because she's like, yeah, shut up. Like I kind of
and then cut to, she doubles down on it.
Yeah, yeah. So awesome. So what do we have going on once this movie comes out? I believe it's October 10th, right?
Yeah, right.
So what do you have going on that we should be, waiting for?
So there was a TV series that I worked on MGM Plus. It actually came out in America. When was it? A couple of months ago. It was called 9 Bodies in a Mexican Morgue.
Oh yes, I think I've seen.
Yeah. And now the UK here, like BBC, are going to be showing it end of the month, which was amazing fun. And then you see, my main thing with like being an actor, I always want to work on stuff that challenges me in a healthy way, that allows me to learn something, connects with people I wouldn't ordinarily connect with. I'm never in a rush to work. I'm always happy to allow the gig to kind of align itself. And then it was like yesterday, kid you not, I was at this event. It was a GQ Jaguar event. And it was fun. You know, we got to wear very, very fancy clothes and taking photos, and I was giving the angles.
Get it.
You know,
snap.
work those angles. So I was giving the angles and stuff. And it was a really, really fun day. And then my agent messaged me and said, "Hey, David, can you talk?" And I was like, "Yeah, boom." And I messaged him back, and I was like, "Yeah, for sure." So I've called him. He's in LA. And then he's like, "Hey, David, just wait 1 sec. I'm going to get my manager, Jeff, on the line, and then my other agent on the line. And now it's a conference call. And I'm thinking, what's going on? And they're like, okay, David, we just wanted to let you know that I was like, what? They're like, yeah, it's official. They want you. I was like, huh?
Okay.
And the reason why I share this, because it's the immediacy of finding out about this thing less than 24 hours ago and being like, oh, wow. So that's what the next thing potentially could be. And they want to fly me out next week to just talk through some stuff.
To LA?
To New York.
To New York? Okay, all right.
Yeah. And like, I share this story because you just never know the journey that you're going to go on, you know. And I always like to just keep myself open and available to the journey and show up as best I can. So that potentially is going to be the next thing, which is annoying for you guys because I can't speak about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, when he said, I was like, okay, so what is it? Okay, so I'm gonna assume that when it's coming out, we will get to.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal, and we get to talk to you about it in the future.
Absolutely.
You know? Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Not when we come knocking, you cannot say Afro who.
No. So that will be like part 2 of our conversation.
Yes,
Remember,
yes.
the three of us, we're collectively sown a seed, which I hope we'll be able to always kind of revisit the nature of these conversations. You know, me personally, I think it's that consistency and continuity that allows for really genuine relationships to flow and conversations to flow.
Yes.
So I'm all for part 2.
Yes, I love to hear. You heard it, folks. You heard it. But one last question. Outside of acting, because you just said something that made me think of it. You said, you know, you're not in a rush to like do the next film or do the next show. So outside of acting, what else do you like to do?
One thing I definitely love doing is chilling and listening to music.
Really?
I know it sounds so simple. Because when I'm on, I'm working. I'm on, like I'm like all this week, like in the studio working on this audiobook. Finish the audiobook, jump in the car, go to this GQ thing, press for the film, for the TV series, preparing for the next thing. So I do really embrace the simplicity of just chilling, listening to music, cooking, sports, training, working out. I like to just train to look after the body, but then also the mind. You know? And I like, this is going to sound a bit, I don't think it's weird. I like being in environments where I can see people having a good time and being kind to each other. Like me personally, and I know there's a lot happening in the world at the moment. When you do see those little moments of people, strangers being kind to each other, I think it just has a currency and a value that's just very, very special. And it restores my faith in humanity, you know.
That's beautiful. Are you single by any chance? Oh my God. Come on,
don't gas me.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But it was just listening to you, I mean, I can just, honestly, you should probably be an acting coach or teacher or something, because you talking, I'm just like, just engulfed in what you're saying.
Well, I'm humbled. Thank you.
You are definitely one to really pay attention to. So thank you so much for taking the time.
No,
I know
pleasure.
You could have been here forever, but I was like, oh my God, it's time to go. So
enjoyed it. No, thank you both. Honestly, like not only like has it been great to meet you guys, and I hope we're able to revisit this, but and it's a testament to you both. I feel very comfortable speaking with you both, and I know it's wild. I'm just meeting you, and I'm speaking to you both on a screen here. But,
so you can imagine when you come visit. If we get an invitation, you know,
out there to be in Pasadena.
Yes, just give us a knock. We'll be right there. Support you. We'll be right there.
No, I really appreciate it. That would be wonderful.
No problem.
Yes,
I will be following you, so I'll be keeping track, and I'll be like, hey, remember me? Okay, remember me? We're right here. Let's talk.
Yeah, so we're thrilled for your next project.
Yes, we are really excited for you. So
thank you. As am I. So
fantastic.
Yeah, we'll keep building.
God bless. We love you.
Amen. You too.
Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Love. Thank you so much. And it was worth it. Thank you.
Final thoughts.
Okay. Can we just
let's just take in this moment.
Snap, snap.
I just knew talking to him was going to be amazing.
I didn't know it was gonna be that amazing.
I was like,
at a certain point, I was like, we could talk to him all day.
day. I was just
All day.
like, my goodness. That's why I was like, you need to be an acting coach, some kind of coach, because I am telling you, I was just so
He's exactly where he
enthralled
needs
with
to be.
everything. No, it's not. In addition to being an
I know
actor,
that he could. He definitely.
I was like, people will pay to just listen. In fact, they're like, I'm not trying to be an actor, but I just want to sign up for the class. You know? Oh my God, he is amazing.
I'm sure you guys felt it watching too. Like
yes,
his energy is just so it's just so easy, and and the way that he approaches, I don't know. There's something about his outlook that it just feels like so easy to flow with, and yeah, I just. I mean, like if I was on the set, I'd love working with him too. You know, like just being able to make these stories with something that's so cool.
Exactly. And in the industry, you're part of that industry in the sense that it is crazy to find people that you're comfortable with. Because a lot of times the impression I get is, and I could be wrong, the impression I get is, I won't say all actors because I don't want to say everyone, but I think sometimes getting to be in the same space with another actor and they have this ego about them, and you're just ready to get the job done and get the hell out.
No, I hear this on sets all the time. And it's funny because we were just talking about this in the fashion industry too. But like on a set, like the main actor or the director can really set the tone for how the set feels.
Yeah.
And if you've got somebody super cool at the helm, like then the day feels great, work feels great, everything feels great. But if you've got like a couple sour apples or there's some toxicity, then the entire thing just feels like work, right? So it's like if you've got like, then you're just then it doesn't feel like work. You're just hanging out with people you like and making something awesome.
I'm telling you.
I can see that for him for sure.
Exactly. And please, I look forward to whatever his new. I will go support it just because we have a friend that is amazing. David Ajala. You guys remember that name. If you're not familiar with his work, go check out his work. His new show coming out on Netflix, The Thriller, The Woman in Cabin 10. Please check it out. It is really cool. And I mean, when you have a fine actor like that too, why wouldn't you want to go watch it?
Yeah,
it's fine. We're going to say he is fine. Yes.
F-W-O-I-N-E.
He is fine. So you definitely want to watch it. So David, wherever you are, thank you so much for being with us. This was one of my best conversations. Yeah, it was fun. You were relaxed and we were relaxed, and the energy just flowed, and we got to know you, your history, and your present and your future. And you are very philosophical in your thinking, inspiring. You're a teacher. Oh my God, I can go on. I can definitely go on. But you guys, be sure to check it out. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. Be sure to leave a message or comments below. Leave us your thoughts. Who would you like us to interview next? If you have any ideas in mind, feel free to let us know. info@AfroStyleMag.com. Until next time, everyone, enjoy the rest of your day. Toodles. Bye.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Let's Talk, the AfroStyle Podcast with Amaka and Camelia. We hope you enjoyed it. If you missed any episodes, subscribe to our YouTube and Spotify channels to catch up. Don't forget to subscribe, leave your comments, and email us at info@afrostylemag.com. We'd love to hear from you.